And sitting at the top of the Disney Channel pyramid, there's one superstar who shines above all others. Hannah Montana. Hannah's a student by day, a pop star by night. She's got the ratings. Nearly 17 million kids aged 2 to 11 watch the show. She's selling records. Hannah's soundtrack was the first TV soundtrack to ever debut on the top of the Billboard charts. She's playing sold-out concert tours. And now there's a full line of Hannah Montana merchandise, pouring even more cash into Disney's overflowing coffers.
Well, Miley Cyrus, welcome to Big Idea.
Hello, how are you?
There's a lot of young ladies and young guys also very jealous of me right now that I'm sitting here with you because you are about it right now. And how does that feel?
It's great. We've been really busy. These past couple months have been crazy. Doing season 2. We had to finish up season 1. Just all the crazy things that you got to do for the album and everything. But it's been a total blast.
I'll tell you why I was excited to have you. This show is on CNBC, and it's a business network, and we have a lot of, big business leaders and politicians, and the shows I do are about success. And I always ask, these older people, what's the key to success? And learning about you, you already have hit one of the keys. You were initially turned down for Hannah Montana, and you just kept plugging away, and that is one of the keys to success. Tell me about first auditioning for this.
I was 11 and it called for a 15-year-old girl, so I definitely wasn't right for the part. But I just kept going. Basically, maybe if I could bug them enough that if I kept begging, that they'd be like, okay, I kind of feel sorry for the girl, and give it to me. And I think that was a good key to success. That right there, beg until they finally give in to you. So that's my
That's it.
You
just got to keep. So what did you do? Once again, they said, okay. You know what, Miley, you're terrific and you're adorable and you're talented, but you're not right for this part. So what do you do at that point? What did you put into motion?
I just kept begging, Mom, please, heels, makeup, anything that'll make me look older, and I want to do anything I can. And finally I got to fly out to LA, and I really started taking some acting lessons and just making sure that I was totally ready, because there were so many girls that had already done so much stuff, and it was like between me and another girl, which she has done all kinds of movies, commercials, everything, and it's like, okay, I've done one job, and that was on my dad's show. Right. So it's like kind of sad, when you're sitting there comparing them both, but it's
but
now I've got some experience. So.
Just a little bit. Well, what's also obviously your real life has got to mirror a little bit what the show is about. Obviously, during the day, you're just Miley Stewart, a girl going to school in Malibu, and obviously you've got this alter ego. At night, Hannah Montana, and how do you in your life juggle you're just a 14-year-old girl having a real life, but at the same time, you're kind of a rock star, and how do you kind of put both those things together?
Well, after this, I'm, going back to school and all this stuff. I've got so much stuff to do. So, just basically, get everything done that I have to as if I was just, living back in Nashville and doing everything. So I make sure that with that, I hang out with my friends and take time to be with my family and make sure school gets done and everything. So just make sure that I can do everything that I would do back home in Nashville and do a little bit of this on the side.
People probably imagine, especially young people who are impressionable, that, when you're famous and you're on TV and you've got the big CDs, that all the problems of being a 14-year-old go away, which I'm sure they don't. So talk to me about being just a 14-year-old today, the things that worry you in school or boyfriends or just kind of because everybody out there thinks that somehow, well, boy, I guess Miley doesn't have any of these problems because she's on TV, and of course that's not the case.
Most definitely not. Maybe a little bit extra too, because I know it's hard, making sure like you have problems with friends at school, and then also here that happens too, because it's so crazy that you never know who your real friends are. So I'm glad that I've been so blessed to have really great friends, and still the same thing with guys and family and all this, and everything that happens to a normal 14-year-old girl definitely happens to me, too.
Has anybody ever come up to you in a very personal way and said, hey, Miley or Hannah, or they're say, boy, I was worried about this, but I saw this on your show and it made me feel better. You ever have any of those moments?
Oh, for sure. We did a very funny episode, the Zit episode. And if it were me, I wouldn't let glasses or anything stop me from going after what I really wanted.
Really? Well, what if you had a zit the size of a tomato?
Lily, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Oh, yeah? Turn around.
Daddy, put my face on that zit.
That's fine. I was going to ask you, do you ever worry about getting a zit?
I have one right now. Okay. I have a ton of makeup on, just to let you know, just so I can get that out in the open, and I'm not very happy. And the thing is, it's like they see that and they're like, okay, I see Hannah Montana can do that and have it on a billboard showing the entire world. It's like, you know, it helps them out. So definitely I think that helped. And then when there's like the boy that doesn't like me very much, so I have to work a little harder. So I think it shows everyone that even if you're a pop star, no matter what happens, life's going to throw some crazy stuff at you. You just got to take it.
Now, of course, on your show is your real-life dad, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh.
Wow.
You wowed us. Hope this wows you. Your oh wow family.
Daddy, it's beautiful.
Yep. Too bad we got to send it back.
Say what?
Yeah, Ma, they're not going to let us keep it once you back out of that commercial.
The only thing I'm backing out of is this driveway and my sweet new ride.
How is the dynamic between you? It's got to be a lot of fun working together, but how is that kind of, because when he's walking with you, particularly with people under the age of 16, he's not Billy Ray Cyrus. He's Hannah Montana's dad.
It's crazy when at first they'll see him and they're like, oh, maybe not. I'm not sure. They'll see me. I'm not sure. When you see us together, it's like, oh my, it's like a package deal to the kids, and that's where they really kind of get confused with all the characters. The show's very confusing, me being all these different people, and they're like, start to believe that all this is real because you see us walking around with the family, but it's really crazy because we make sure that we like split up our family time and are, you know, being best friends and also work, so we don't, you know, mix those two up and never forget that we're just really best friends and good old family.
And speaking of family on the show, he's a widower in real life. You have a fantastic mom who's here with you. You guys ever at the dinner table where it's, okay, dad and daughter talking about business? I remember I was in business with my dad, and my mother sometimes at dinner table, we go, stop talking business. Do you ever get in that situation where she's kind of left out?
Oh, because my mom, I think my mom works double.
She's the real worker.
She works harder than both of us. So I think that we're kind of like, Mom, stop talking business. She's always having to be on the phone and keeping up with it because she's the one, once we're offset, we kind of get to forget about it. It really doesn't affect us. Her, she's always, the little BlackBerry's always ringing and she's always on it and we're always yelling for her to get out the phone. But she's like, you know what? It's about us. So she's like, hey, you know what? It's your choice.
I come from the world of advertising and branding and all that stuff. You are a brand now. Do you get what that means? I don't mean that in a way, of course you understand what that means, but have you gotten your arms around the fact that, okay, you're top-selling CD and that you, Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, you're kind of a brand.
Yes, for sure. We've got all these crazy things. We'll be walking around and we'll see all the Nintendos, there's a singing toothbrush and all this stuff, and it's really weird when you see your name around and it's like, it's just really crazy when you'll see all these things with your face on it and all these kids are sitting there brushing their teeth with their face and all this stuff. It's kind of weird, but it's really cool to see all the different products that they're coming out with.
Do you have obviously you're 14 and you're a 14-year-old girl and everything comes with, but you've been around a lot. You see, you're obviously very bright or you wouldn't be here. I always say for every actor or they're there for a reason beyond their talent. Do you have input into a lot of this stuff and say, that doesn't feel right for me? The lunch boxes is not right, because my instincts are you have pretty good instincts about this stuff. So how much do you get involved?
Well, with the show, a lot. The writers are so cool letting me kind of throw out lines. I'm like, that doesn't sound very natural. Can I say this instead? Not change up the script, but make sure that it seems more real and more easy for us to remember so it feels comfortable. But then also all the things, especially if they're having a big blanket come out. And I love camera blankets on airplanes. So we got to make sure that it was extra soft and really comfy for you to snuggle and all the things, just making sure that it really feels homey.
Yeah, my advice to you as you get a little older and somebody who does this for a living, always get involved with things that you believe in.
Totally,
because that's the best salesperson you can be. If something's ever putting somebody, and this is our conversation I'll have with Mom and Dad, anybody, not that they need any help, obviously, but anybody's ever putting something in front of you, hey, we can put your name on this, and it doesn't feel right here, always listen to that.
Yeah.
Because they'll always steer you in the right direction.
Well, thanks, dude.
They're easy. Thanks, dude. My clients never usually say that to me. They say, thanks, dude. That's the big thing.
That's where the kid comes out.
Well, Miley, it sounds like you got your head on straight. Continued success, and just keep up all the great work. It's great to see a young person living their dream.
Thanks, dude.
The dude will be back. We got more Big Idea coming. Don't go anywhere. That was fantastic. You're very sweet. Thank you.